From the outside, this place doesn't look very promising. Typical overgrown dime a dozen farmhouse on a country road. I wasn't expecting much based on my first impressions, but once I went inside, I was completely blown away. With that being said, come on inside and I'll show you around. So we're going to start things out in the kitchen, and right away it looks like these guys just got up and left. You've got your old dining table with a rocking chair. There's your wood fireplace and a bottle of cheap champagne. You got an old TV tray there with a bunch of magazines. Now, this back area was mostly just junk. The garage had at least 3 raccoons in it when I went inside, so I didn't want to, bother them or get attacked. So I'll just show you from the outside. You get the idea. You got a pretty standard bathroom here. Nothing special. Most of the kitchen cupboards are empty, but you do have a couple mugs and glasses left behind as well. Now, I didn't go into the basement this time simply because the staircase was pretty sketchy looking. I didn't want to, risk falling through or getting stuck down there. So, honestly, considering how awesome the rest of the house was, I was already very satisfied. Looks like a golf push cart there. Interesting teal closet. Now here we have one of the living rooms. So I just looked this bad boy up. This is a 1960s Grundig Fleetwood record player radio combo. Yeah, quite a mouthful. Pretty cool though. I see a bunch of country names too, like England, France, India. And there's All the Best from Scotland. Very cool. I love seeing stuff like that. So a couple closets over there, nothing really to see in there. Some cups, mugs, whatever. Got some dishes, more cutlery sitting in that box there. Bunch of magazines. That's one thing about this house. It's very unique. Magazines everywhere. That was like the common theme of this place. Another really old TV. Got a toy car and a VCR player right there. Some really old, strange looking handbag and a boombox. Very cool. Yeah, overall this room was just so awesome. So now we're going more towards the front of the house. There's one of the ways in or out. I didn't take that way though. Another room filled with junk. Nothing really special in here. Empty closet. Yeah, very overwhelming. A lot of stuff to see. I'm not going to go through it all. Like, what's the point? And a bare light bulb. And back out into the main hallway here. We got another piano and an organ. With some nice decay in the keys. Very cool. Now, the problem with this place was you really had to watch your step. Like, check out that hole in the floor under the carpet. There were several of those, so you had to really be paying attention or else you're going to fall through, basically. My grandmother has an organ that's very similar to this one. Now this room looked like a perfect place for an urbex photo shoot in my opinion. You've got an old dresser and a fireplace. And let me give you a close-up of this wallpaper. It's a really unique pattern. Like I said earlier, watch your step. This was a really random room, just a small exercise bike and nothing else. Maybe this was their home gym at some point? It's pretty small though. Another room with some funky wallpaper. And I don't know, man, but why the heck is there a stove in here? I'm sure they didn't have two kitchens in this place, so yeah, you've got your stove with a couple of tools and what looks like a dishwasher. Who knows why they're in here? Now this was one of my favorite rooms in the whole house, and you'll immediately see why. Just awesome. A bunch of magazines, books, old records, etc., etc. I always love coming across old issues of magazines from 30 years ago so you can, see the evolution of the magazine over the decades. Another awesome fireplace. And whoever lived here loved their Women's Day and family circle because this closet was just jam-packed with them. Several years worth of issues. I guess this is the primitive version of Cards Against Humanity. Like if you stage this room a little bit, you can get some really sweet shots in here. Alright, now let's make our way upstairs. Here's the last room of the main floor, just a bunch of, odds and ends, but I do see some speakers. You ready for this room? Like, man, it's just overwhelming. There's no way you can properly absorb everything because you're just hit with so much at once. Well, a couple things that did stand out to me here were this old picture and some greeting cards. They were all in very good condition, surprisingly. But other than that, mostly tools, furniture, clothes, a bit of music stuff. I saw a record player. And here's our final room in the house, the bedroom. Places like this really make you stop and think. As cool as it is to see all this stuff left behind, it also reminds you of the family who, used to call this place home and the unfortunate things that happened to them, the state of neglect the home has fallen into. You often leave with more questions than answers, but either way, these are the kinds of explorers that I really, really cherish. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it. I don't know about you, but I was pretty blown away by this place. Coming from Toronto where it's nothing but vacant mansions all the time, this was a very refreshing explore to say the least. But I want to know, what was your favorite part of this place? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep exploring.